Hello and welcome to Chat GNG with me and him. Oh, him. How you doing, Grizz?
All right, Gags. I'm doing all right. Could have been absolutely buzzing. Instead,
We're a
I'm
minute
doing all
away.
right.
You were
Would you say less than a minute away? Less than a minute away. I think it was a matter of
seconds.
seconds. I
You're right.
literally, I
You're right.
literally think it was a matter of 20 seconds at the max. If that phase of play finished, then we would have been in a total different mood. But I'm okay. I'm okay. It's always when something like that happens, it always feels like a defeat. But we'll get into it how we feel and why we feel that way. But yeah, how are you feeling?
I feel good actually. Still 7 points clear. It's a gained point. It was a free
Mm,
game for us, game in hand. I
mm,
think everyone's going to feel the same, like you said, that it feels like a defeat at the time. I think, like I said last night after post match, we were absolutely rubbish.
yeah.
So we didn't actually deserve a win, no matter what. I think if you look at it in that way, you can talk about the robbing and the stealing and whatever you want, but we just weren't good enough at the end of the day. And on the balance of it, a draw was fair. They didn't deserve to
No,
win either. For me, I don't think Everton were very good, but shows how bad we were. That you know that
no, I think you're spot on there. I don't think we agreed. Agreed. I don't think we deserve to win. It would have been an absolute smash and grab. There's
mm,
absolutely no doubt about that. But smash and grabs are fun in a
yeah,
title race.
yeah, they
And
are.
smash and grabs at your fiercest or your noisiest or your actual neighbors even more merrier. So therefore, it would have been absolutely merry and cheerful. But like you said, it was the game in hand, and it was imperative, absolute vital that we took something from it. But you're right, just wasn't good enough. Um, it was a contrast to last season where I thought we were too involved in physical confrontation, whereas last season we weren't physically
Mm. This year we went
involved
mad.
enough. Do you think? Did you see that? Do you
Yeah, it
see
was
that?
tight, man. I was proud of them for the fight though. Like they focused more on fighting though than actual football. That was the problem. Diaz was ready to like throw people down for no reason. Bradley was after someone's legs for no reason. Like it was just guys, you're gonna
Brainless.
keep going down.
I mean, we've been
Brain
praising.
dead. I call it
I mean,
brain dead.
we've been praising, and I know we've gone straight into it, but people, thank you for joining us. Welcome
Good
back.
evening, Sean.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
evening, guys. Everyone, all the usuals are up in the stream and in the chat. Um, as usual, like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're watching this on Twitter, which I've avoided, to be honest with you, for a week now. It's been about 5-6 days. I've avoided Twitter. I can't be bothered with it at the moment. But nevertheless, if you are watching on Twitter, hi.
Mohammed is saying I've I've jinxed us. I didn't say
Well,
anything jinxing. I was ifing. I always start with ifs. If we win the next five, we would have won the league at that point. I have changed, obviously, because we haven't won. Therefore, it looks like this title is going to go the whole way.
yeah, absolutely. Look, titles aren't easy, but let's get that really out of the way. Apart from the 1920 season when we won it by January,
Yeah.
most people will tell you, or most teams, or most managers and clubs will tell you they're not easy. So yeah, I was never of the opinion we're going to win all five in a row. Of course, we're not. I want to, of the remaining 4 games, I want to get 7 points. Now, you might say, what?
Hmm.
7 points? I think that's a minimum. We have to get 7
Right.
points as a minimum from
Well,
the
if we're going
next
to play
4.
like this away from home, mate.
Well, I think it's fair to say, hopefully it's fair to say we're not going to feel like that again, emotionally, probably physically, in terms of atmosphere against us. Everything, it conspired against us, and we didn't help ourselves. We were awful.
Villa's going to be
Why,
hot,
why
bro.
were we so bad, in your opinion, then, Gag? I mean, let's get into it, I guess. Why
We
was
will
it a
get
great
there. What
selection?
about this,
Shall we start with
Bob?
the selection?
Let's go with Bob first. We missed the opportunity to win the league early. If we'd got the wins at United, Forest, Fulham, and Everton, that's what 8 more points. That's 8 more points. Yeah, we bring in Arsenal.
Ifs,
8 more
buts, and
points
maybes,
now.
Bob. Yeah, but Bob, ifs, buts, and maybes, title races. Arsenal will say the same thing. They will have, oh, if we didn't get injuries, or if we didn't concede against Everton at home, or Ips, whatever. We are where we are. 14 games to go, 7-point lead. I'm sorry if people are bored of the old adage. If you offered me that, I
said
would
the same.
absolutely accept it. So this is what we're dealt with. We're dealt with a 14-game mini marathon, right? We have a healthy squad, barring Joe Gomez.
What was the
Arsenal
word on
jumped.
him? What was the word on him today?
Joe Gomez looks bad.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion, forget Joe Gomez, right? Jorge are done. I want to put it to the people that are watching, listening, whatever. It's a 14-game mini marathon against a decimated Arsenal squad and a fully fit, as I said, barring Joe Gomez, Liverpool squad. I'll take that all day long, Gags Tandon. I will take that all day long.
I will, and I'm going to answer you. But Brett, please don't let Liverpool affect your mental health. I've been there. It's bad. You gotta enjoy it more than let it affect you and get you depressed. Like, that's why yesterday's show I was trying to calm people down by saying stop blaming the ref, blame the team, accept that we drew because we deserve to draw. You feel better the next day. Like, I'm totally fine. So yes, the situation again, Havertz for Arsenal. Never nice to see someone ruled out for the season ever. And that was how bad the hamstring was for him. Like in training, like what are they doing in training exactly? Those guys.
So I speak to a few Arsenal people, right? Friends, people around the club, in and out, and they're saying this is very reminiscent of the way, obviously without the success and the glory of Pep and City and Klopp and Liverpool, in the way that Arsenal play. And I've often said it's very similar to Jurgen Klopp teams, the way they press, the amount of energy they put in, and the sheer amount of games he plays the same game. He's pretty much played the same 15 gags for the last 2.5 seasons, non-stop. And you more than me know about, because you've been speaking about this, fatigue, and it equals injuries, and it's coming to home to roost with them right now.
Yeah, it's terrible. I think, he's obviously not listening to his sports science team. He's ignoring any kind of stuff, and he's desperate. He's desperate to win, and he knows if he just drops one of those first 15 or doesn't have a squad around it, that they're gonna drop points. Unfortunately for them, they should probably change their training regime as well. But hey, I'm glad that they're I'm not glad people are injured, because that's totally against my principles, and I don't want people hurt. But I'm quite glad that Arteta's in this position, because it tests you as a manager more than anything. So, he has to prove that he can do it. Now, Grizz, what if they did catch us with a squad like that? That would show something bad for us, though, right? If that happened, at the end of the day, we have to drop in points. If they somehow started churning out wins, all of a sudden,
it's not good luck.
Well, especially because the next 4, just say we do get 7 points, right? Out of the next 4, 12, they could conceivably win the next 4 that they've got, and they could be literally 2 points behind.
But there's lots of ifs there. I mean, their squad, I don't think, is capable of winning the next 4. You're talking away to Forest, away to United in there, home to Chelsea, and home to West Ham. That's their next 4. I know it by heart. This is how much I'm engrossed in it now.
Yeah, but you're on the big 6, so you're going to be doing this and listening and talking and knowing as well. So it's good.
No. The way you put, I'm not letting it into my. You remember a couple of weeks ago where you was like, I'm not letting it into my head. I can't remember what the topic was, and you said I'm not even letting Arsenal overcome their situation and our situation and winning the league. I can't let it enter our head, guys.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying it would be a bad look, and there's fixtures the way they've turned out. Because Man United away, come on, man, it's a gimme. It's this shit. Let's be honest, man.
They haven't got no goal scorers, Arsenal, and Man United, if anything, only raise it in the big games. They shit against shit.
I think they're really bad, and I think they won't want to do Liverpool a favor. So they're just like Everton, bitter gits. They're like Everton 2.0.
No. So, they will have some pride. Amrim is in a sticky situation. A home big profile game like that at home, he must perform something. Honestly,
Well, I
he's
hope
under
you're right,
huge pressure.
because
He's
then
under huge
they
pressure.
because then they are two tricky games for them, and it's like too tricky for us. We definitely need the win against Wolves. Um, Once hopefully we beat Wolves, if we can do that, then the next three are the ones that we really need to go through. What's Abdul saying here? Abdul's saying the Pakistani community will win the league for Liverpool FC. How are you going to do that, Abdul? Tell me, because we'll join the Indian community in there as well. We'll do everything. We'll all
I
get
don't know.
together
Let's the
and
South
win this.
Asian community. I mean, I don't know how, Abdul, but yeah, thank you for the support, I guess. I don't know how you're going
We were
to.
into cricket last night. We were talking India Pakistan last night. It's hilarious
Oh,
because
what a
Sunday's
victory!
again.
Or maybe what a victory for Pakistan in that bloody hell chase down 350 odd. But anyway, we get sidetracked as we do. Yeah, look, we knew we're going into this next 15 days, right? And we knew it can't break anything, but it can definitely make something. And as I said, now people might say, wow, that's a low bar, Grizz. But I'm telling you now, 7 points is the bare minimum we need to be aiming for out the next four as a bare minimum. Anything less is a disaster. I'm personally taking 10 points.
Sorry.
I'm personally predicting 10.
I'm sorry. It's so funny. That's so funny,
Yeah.
Mohammed.
Well, you say that, Mohammed.
The referee, David
You
Kuti.
say that, Mohammed.
David Kuti.
You know,
Oh.
but last night, many neutrals, well, many Liverpool fans will tell you that, that referee and even that VAR. But look, I'm talking minimum 7, but I'm predicting 10 points out of the next 4.
I think that would be good. I think that would be really good if we can get the 3 wins in the draw. Where's the draw coming? City or Aston Villa?
I'm going Villa.
Okay. So that would be really real pressure, man, because we would have dropped points in like odd
It's
games.
pressure.
But just going back to last night again, until VAR is independent, the refs will be, of refs, there will be, it will always be BS connected to it. Now, last night, that's what I said about Liverpool. If you give the VAR an opportunity to level a game, right, and bring this title chase closer, because remember what's at stake for the Premier League. They want viewing, they want viewers, they want exciting title races into May, they want maximum attention to the league, right? I 100% believe that some of these shitty decisions that no one's accountable for are trying to get this tight, right? Now, yesterday, if we were 3-1 up, that decision doesn't even matter. It doesn't even, we don't give a flying F about it. But because we couldn't do it, and because we weren't good enough, and we didn't make the right decisions in the game, we allow these things to happen, or the possibility of these things to happen. So we need to be better. We got to be 2-3 goals ahead of people if we want to make sure none of this crap happens. So
but sometimes, look, I get what you're saying, right? But sometimes we have to rely. We have to rely. Sometimes we have to rely on. If you're not playing well, okay, and we did it, and if our structure wasn't right, if our composure wasn't right, I thought we looked very nervous, and we will go on to individuals in a minute. But I just thought, as a team and as a coach, I just thought we let the occasion get to us. It's understandable. It's Slot's first ever Merseyside derby. He talked a good game beforehand. I don't think we played a good game. Now,
I agree.
The point I'm trying to make, if you're going to play shit, then sometimes you need the right calls or calls to go in your favor. And I don't think we had either. I don't think we had the right calls, or I don't think we had the 50-50 calls go in our favor. So I'm a bit more sympathetic towards the team than you in that situation, because you can play rubbish, Gags. But then in that case, you do need the officiating to be unbiased. I thought it was very biased officiating.
Yeah, there's no doubt that, like I said, 2 things can be right. Liverpool was shit, the referee was shit. All of it was a match made in hell, really, for us, I think.
It was.
But I still think at the end of that game, I thought last night Endo wouldn't have made a difference, but I think he would have, because when Darwin, just at the end, where Darwin tried to pressure the guy who put the ball wide and then the cross came in, literally Darwin was walking, and like he's only been in the pitch a bit. So if Endo was there, there's no chance Endo would be just watching that guy. He would have fouled him, you know.
But this is
And
it. He would have fouled him though. But there's more free kicks, more pressure.
doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. It was the last kick. It was literally the last. Just leave it out of open play. At least you get settled. You get set. You know, and that free kicks. You know, you probably get the free kick. You're way more likely to get free kicks on pushes, things like that at corners, rather than these open play.
I think Buddha 786 is sort of agreeing with you in terms of we should have brought on Kwanzaa and Endo when we were 2-1 up. Yeah, because they went ultra long, didn't they, at that stage? Then maybe we would have, Kwanzaa's height would have helped. Maybe possibly get another 6-footer in the box.
Exactly. Like he says, Sunday league tactics, Abdul says.
I don't know. I just thought it was a shit show from the start. I anticipated a fast start from them, but it wasn't a fast start from them, Gags. They actually didn't press us. They actually let us have the ball, right? Yeah. And our guys, I don't think, anticipated that and didn't know how to react to them not pressurizing us and launching at us. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. I just thought we were shit on the ball, apart from McAllister. I don't know what you think.
I said it last night. I said we were trying too many flicks and tricks in dangerous positions where our fullbacks had pushed along past our, midfielders. And as soon as you leave, you make those mistakes with flicks and tricks in front of that, their defense. They just clear the ball out to one of their forwards, literally 2-on-2 every time. And if they clear it and it's 2-on-2 at the back as well with the header, one flick, you're in trouble. And so we were making fouls at that point. Then they had a free kick. I mean, they were diving all over the place as well. And then look at Ibu switching off for the goal. The second goal, Ibu, Verge. I mean, how bad was Verge yesterday? That's the worst he's played for us ever.
Gosh, Gags, you just took the word. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about the selection first and foremost. I don't think there was many surprises. I think the only debate was the striker. Are we going to persist with this Luis Diaz experiment? Right, head in hands tells me what you think of it. So I'm assuming, okay, you've had enough of it. Go on.
We thought it was good, right, at the start when we first started doing the show before Christmas, right? Everything was fine. Just scored 2 against Spurs as well. We started in November, I think. And now you look at it, hasn't scored since then. Hasn't assisted since then either. We're talking December.
Doesn't look like scoring either.
No. Can't, yesterday he was fighting. I give him my salute for the fighting. Absolutely was on the Colombian streets last night beating people up. He was going for it. But we need more, man, up front. We need more. Darwin was not very good when he came on either. Jota's the only one we can rely on at the moment, but he can never stay fit. We're in a right conundrum. We're in a right conundrum right now.
And the rest of the selection, obviously Trent just misses out because of the fitness issue.
Yeah. He'll play on the weekend.
Some really enjoyed Connor Bradley's performance. People were online, I was reading like, oh, I love the passion and energy from Connor.
Yeah. You can love that bit, but he was shit as well. He was brilliant in passion and fight, but he was rubbish in the game.
And I think I just want to focus on the back four to start off with. I thought the back four were nervous as F, Gags.
Robbo.
I don't know why. I mean, you're talking Robertson, captain of Scotland, or captained Scotland, I'm sure, at pretty much every level. Virgil van Dijk. We're talking experienced members. Konate's. Hold on. All 4 have captained their respective countries. Why were they so nervous and sort of so scared of the ball? We normally caress and keep the ball for minutes upon end. What happened yesterday, Gags? Why were our defenders?
I think the crowd, it was mental. The game, it was loud. Everton fans were up for it. We were, I think Abdul's right here. I was going to say exactly the same thing, and he's just pulled it right out of my mouth. We were rattled start to finish. It was just, then we never settled. We settled at 1-1. Like, the comeback was good. Like, you have to say, we got balls of steel. This team has got balls of steel, no matter what. Like, they fought through that. They came back to be winning. We can't ignore any of those facts that they came back to start winning, even though they had not even had a kick. I mean,
did it remind you? Did it remind you of the Newcastle away?
No, I thought in the second half we were a miles better team against Newcastle. We should have scored.
Absolutely.
We should have. They beat us, battered us first half, but second half we absolutely pammed them.
I think
Pammed
you're
them.
spot on. But
Yeah,
what I meant was in terms of that passion and atmosphere of a away crowd, right? And
yeah,
having to show mental strength as opposed to just footballing skills, right?
mm,
Mental
mm.
strength, attitude, desire, all of that. I thought it was a replica of the Newcastle because that was some atmosphere as well.
Yeah. It was. They're loud.
And we've come out of those two with last minute equalizers against us. Like,
Man United at home, man. Last minute as well, wasn't it? Was it 2-3 minutes to go?
yeah, but that was a different kind of home game. I'm talking about away toxic.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm
hard
just saying
atmosphere
it's caught us
last
3
to the
times
game.
there. 3 big games, 3 times caught in the last few minutes, with mistakes by our own team as well.
Well,
One
we've
Kelleher.
so we've talked about the back four. Now, obviously, it was a drive to get that free kick. What happens after that? I think I'm willing enough, I'm man enough to give David Moyes 5% credit for the way that was set, because they would have assumed, because we if you notice, we went really high up, right? 20 yards away from the Allison, right? We
Yeah.
played a really high line on free kick because they would have known, right, what they're going to do is avoid dropping deep because they know we're going to launch into the box. Let's try something different. That's the 5% I've given the credit to David Moyes. Can we discuss how dead or brain dead and asleep our guys were? Like,
Really brain dead. But I think David Moyes should get all the credit, not 5%.
I'm giving him 5%.
No, why? Doesn't matter, man. Like, just own it. We have to own these things. There's no bias in it. It's like we
No,
got done.
I'm giving him credit, but only 5%. I'm saying I'm apportioning the blame on us.
Super chat. Sorry to pause. Big up Gags and Grizz. Hit like and subscribe, people. Still don't think we can catch up to Liverpool. Credit where credit's due. Love for the love.
Big up,
Arsenal
Serge.
fan, man. Super chat from an Arsenal fan. That is, yeah. You're a better man than me, Sudge. You're a better man than me. So,
Serge
yeah,
I told
people.
you, Serge is a legend anyway. Big up,
We
Serge.
love,
All the way
we
from
love your
South
super chat,
Africa as well.
folks. Sorry.
By the way, Serge. Oh, I can't reveal, but yeah. All I'm gonna say is Serge is from South Africa. Big up South Africa. Big up Serge. Don't big up Arsenal. But anyway, we move. Sorry. You were
Sorry.
saying,
Yes, we were saying.
they're
What
in a
were we
trance, Sean says, yeah.
Yeah, so Moyes, whatever. It doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about him. F him. We switched off. They caught it. Alisson not really given a chance in that one-on-one.
Alisson could have done better.
Could have, but one-on-ones, dude, they're gonna go your way or not. Literally, he was trying to make his hand. If it hits his hand, it's a save. You put it like this. It just sometimes you get the look of the draw on those.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm.
And then, as you say, we go up the other end very, very soon enough to really get back in the game. That's the only kind of football we've played, I think. A bit of football. McAllister wins the ball with his tenacity. McAllister was the only midfielder that was showing a bit of composure. I thought Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, the occasion, and that's 2 derbies in a row that Szoboszlai has been absolutely overawed in. Gravenberch was anonymous as well. I thought Mohamed Salah and Maka were the only ones showing any type of composure. And then obviously it's Mohamed Salah with that cross. He's perfected, actually. He plays that cross very well. Australia, not South Africa. I beg your pardon, Such. I absolutely beg your pardon. He sends in another super chat to correct me. He says Australia, not South Africa. But McAllister's run into the box and header, Gags, I thought it was a thing of beauty. I think that little camera in the goal where it shows Pickford's face and reaction was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. McAllister, the only one who showed any composure, right?
That's how he was diving.
Yeah.
No, I think he was. Oh, sorry, I missed that. There you go. Thank you so much, Suj. Yeah, I thought that the cross, the header for a short guy, fantastic, man. Like, couldn't have got more perfect. I was jumping up and down screaming when we equalized because I was so sad. I was so worried for us that we hadn't started, and I really thought at that point, Grizz, we would turn it on,
Control it.
Yeah, it didn't happen, man. I was so surprised. Normally, we jump on that. Like, you know what happened at Forest? I thought that was gonna be the same now. Now they're gonna get quiet in the crowd.
We've
And
had
this
the
time,
noise, we've
yeah.
had the adulation, we've had
Mm.
the early goal from them, but this time we've come back, unlike last season, right? Where we couldn't come back from the goal that they scored, right? This time we think we've got a better midfield, we've got a better composure amongst the manager. We play in a different manner. Yet we didn't, Gags. We just couldn't control the game for whatever reason. As I said, I don't think they were great.
No, they weren't good, man. We were just really bad. Like, it's so hard to admit it though that we were this shit, and that's what worries me even more.
What could he have changed in that opening half for 45 minutes? Because we go in at 1-1.
You
And
know
I was
what?
just
We
trying to
you know
I
what
was just
we
trying to go through my head. What can we do to change this? And
you know
Slot's
what
usually good with changes.
I think I think he needs to understand that in the start, maybe if CJ started instead of either Dom or Grav, that might have been better. Just because as soon as he came on, we kept the ball better. As soon as him and Trent came on, man, we looked a different team second half. I know we didn't create much, but that's when we scored the second, right? And we just looked a way stronger team. And then we were controlling it, man, until the last minute, until those two idiots didn't bang their heads and hit their faces together. Early Valentine's Day gift for each other, right? Going for a kiss. Before they did do that, there was no chance they were getting anywhere near us. It was fully controlled. They were hitting panic station balls. We were just clearing them all. And then that reset just messed the game. Go and watch it back, man. Since we scored, Everton did hardly anything. It was like nothing. That banging of heads changed the game. It reset and let them just settle. And we kind of unsettled. We lost our focus in that bit, that 2-3 minutes that took, or 2.5 minutes, or whatever it was. And that was it, mate. That was it. So I thought, credit where it's due, we were much better at holding and controlling once we went 2-1 up. I wish Jota would have shot when he was running through at one point, going through players instead of trying to do some dodgy stuff. Just taking an early shot. It's Pickford. He's not going to reach it, mate. At the end of the day, I know I'm joking a bit, but still, get the shot in.
He made a
It was
difference.
really calm, dude. It was really calm. All of them made a big difference. Jota, not Darwin, Jota, Trent, and Curtis were fantastic. Really were. Big up to Curtis Jones for what he did at full time as well. Like, absolutely big up for taking the red, and supporting the fans. That's fantastic. I know he's been getting a lot of stick for what he said about Mo and Hazard. I hope everybody calms down now, because he just stood up for every single one of you that was giving him stick. He stood up for all of you in front of a twat that was trying to give it large, in front of the away fan base, which he should be fined for that as well. Because he's inciting violence, really. Doucouré is at that point, and that's not allowed actually in Premier League rules. So, yeah, I honestly thought I was really calm until those heads banged, and then I was saying to my daughter who watches with me, they better not be pumping this in. And then Darwin didn't close the guy down in the center. I was like, oh my god, this better not lead to something. What happens? Tarkowski scores 1 in 100. He scores them.
Before that, though, we have to touch upon the man, not the myth, the man, the legend, the king himself, who just deserves so much better. He scores what he thinks is the winning goal. He scores what he thinks is the winning goal against Man United to put us 2-1 up. He scores what he thinks is the winning goal against Newcastle. And he scores what he thinks is the winning goal and elevates us to another potential 6 points we could have gathered if we could have held on. Mohamed Salah, again, another quiet game, but another assist and another
Doesn't
goal.
matter.
Right,
be quiet. If you're going to keep doing that, bud, be quiet. Just stay quiet. Just keep doing it.
I don't want you to make any form of noise. If you're going to keep quiet and get a goal and assist every game, there is 90% probability chance we go on to win the league.
Not only that,
if Salah has 15 shit games where he gets a goal and assist every game, if he gets a SOFA score rating of 5 but gets a goal and assist in games, I don't give a damn.
You forgot though, in the past, when he did that wonder goal against Spurs, we conceded late to draw. When he went in that wonder goal against Man City, we conceded late to draw. This is not a new thing. This is a regular occurrence. He needs more support from the team sometimes of just holding tight. We really need a Fabinho, Grizz. We really need that game. Doesn't happen yesterday if there's a Fabinho in front of Ibu and Verge, because as soon as one of the centre backs goes out to head, right, with challenge, and if he loses the header, Fabinho's covering in centre back, because that's what he used to do. He used to just mop up. Grav hasn't got that mentality. Grav doesn't have that skill.
It's natural.
Not a,
He hasn't got it naturally.
No, exactly. We need a 6 foot plus DM, mobile, fast. I know it's hard to get, but we need to find one and find one fast.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it.
Yeah, but it's hurting.
He doesn't want it, Gags. He doesn't want it.
League needs it though. It's gonna cost him in the future.
I think he's made it very clear what his version of a midfield or his version of a 6 or whatever you want to call it is. So I don't know what. I agree with you. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, but I don't think he agrees with us.
Well, I hope it doesn't cost him. I'll just say that much. I hope it doesn't cost him in the long run, because that's the big gap I see right now.
Well, we scored the goal, as you said. I agree with you. I was comfortable. How you can be comfortable in that situation after playing so shit, I don't know, but I was like you. There was, before that, they had a few chances. Decore had a header, and I think Harrison had a shot wide as well. But this was before we took the lead. But you're right. After we took the lead, there wasn't much. Now, we've all seen the footage again and again and again and again and again and again. But this has to be one of the most horrific, horrendous, biased decisions. Awful, disgusting, nasty. I don't know what other words to use for the non-giving of a free kick to the challenger Mohamed Salah when he's going
the box.
Like, tell me, on what did he see or what he didn't see? On what basis didn't he give that? Is there any defense?
No. I just couldn't believe he was so close to it as well, Grizz. Like, literally next to it, and he just went and ran off. And I was like, what?
That's screaming. I'm sorry, but that's a sackable offense.
I'm not sure it's sackable.
I'll tell you why. No, I'm going all the way. I'll tell you why. Because he hasn't got an obstructed view. You know, it's not a 50-50 where both have gone in for a challenge, where you can say it's subjective. This is a clear and obvious hiking down. He takes his trailing leg away in front of him, within 10 yards of him. It's not obstructed, it's not obscured, and it's not a 50-50 challenge where the other person has made a challenge where you can say, okay, the other guy's made a challenge as well, you can say something. SR saying, what's the point of VAR? You can't use VAR on that. Unless it leads to a direct goal in the same phase of play, which it doesn't.
That's the problem.
I think it was a horrific decision. And then we kind of, as you said, there
were loads though, Grizz. That wasn't the only one.
Scottish kiss. Oh, there was loads. It was horrific. And I'm hold my hands up and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself that I actually called this guy England's finest a couple of seasons ago. I thought he was the best referee in England. Oh, it's indefensible.
Yeah.
There's no point. They won't explain it. Yeah. You're right. They won't explain it.
The VAR stuff's interesting because I didn't think it was offside when I was looking at it because it's so hard to judge, right? But someone said today on Twitter, or at least I saw today, the proper lines, that it was offside, but I think it was within the tolerance, so it was allowed.
Yeah.
So it was off, but within tolerance. How lucky do Everton get? I thought the offside was fine, but the foul on Ibu was not fine.
Diaz done that 3 times in the match, and rightly so. It was given as a free kick every single time. Right?
Yeah.
Beto does it at the most crucial of times, which leads to a goal, yet is not pulled up. I couldn't look. Normally, I don't give a shit. I'm like you. Referees, whatever. Decisions come and go. Don't let them ruin your performance, or don't put them in a position to let them ruin your performance.
No.
Excuse me. But yesterday, My head was hot at full time because what happens next, we all know, we all saw it. Gags, did you get a feeling that the whole nation, pundits, commentators, ex-players, crowd, obviously, willed that? They wanted that so badly, that ending at Goodison Park in the Merseyside derby.
Rio
I mean,
definitely wanted it. Rio wanted it. They had Jagielka on the pitch at the end.
it was crazy.
Everything was catered towards anti-Liverpool last night.
Anti-Liverpool to the maximum.
It was. There's no doubt, man. You could feel it. I was like, why ain't Macron commentary? I don't like Macron commentary, right? But I was like, I'm missing him tonight because Rio was talking some shit about
From the start, and even the main
Van Dijk's
commentator, I
hair.
can't remember his name.
He was talking
Guys,
about
who was
Van
the
Dijk's
main?
hair. I was like, what are you talking about his hair for?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it shouldn't be so pristine. You know, we need to ruffle it up and all this. It's like, what the?
Shocking.
Get the hell out of here, Rio.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking commentary. Shocking analysis. Honestly, shocking. No unbiasedness. You have to have some level of unbiased commentary. I get it. When you have a player that has allegiance to a club, then you're going to get the slight reference to his club, the slight reference to his time, the slight anti coming through. This was, but what right has the actual commentator? Guys, what was his name? The main guy. There was Rio, there was Phil Jagielka, and there was the main commentator, who was probably the worst. And he's supposed to be the most on. I can't remember what his name is. He's that
on
bad.
all the Champions League games as well.
Someone's going to have it in the name. Darren Fletcher.
Darren Fletcher. Yeah,
Gags, he was the worst.
Yeah. Oh, McCoist was on, wasn't he? McCoist was fine.
McCoist is McCoist. You know, he loves moments. He loves nostalgia. He loves iconic moments and fair play. You can absolutely understand from a total neutral point of view that was an iconic last-minute equalizer against their fiercest rivals. You get what I mean? All of that business. But anyway, look, my head was hot. I didn't know what to. I took 2 paracetamols before trying to get to sleep last night. Honest to God,
I didn't hard to sleep last night. I didn't think it was injustice though. I didn't. I thought, you know why I didn't? Because I'd convinced myself at 1-1 that I would take this point because we were playing so badly, dude. At 1-1, I'd convinced myself I'm taking this point right now because we are so awful. And when we were winning, I was pretty much very pleased, obviously, like any fan would. And I was definitely deflated at full time when the second went in from Everton, the equaliser. But I had already made my mind up, like in that second half when we started so bad. How Liverpool normally starts so well second half. It was so bad. And then I just thought, I'll take this point, man. I'll take it all day long. And then we went ahead. And so then after the game, I was just on here talking to everyone. We went 1 hour, 10 minutes yesterday on here. And it was probably the most watched one that we had. We had like 4,000 on here live yesterday. And it was nuts. But we all got together and had a bit of a laugh. We reminisced about Arsenal title challenges with Liverpool, 1989, Grizz. We reminisced of the bad days, the pain, the days of pain, and how we need to send the message this year back to Arsenal and say, hey, by the way,
if it gets to that game and it's nip and tuck,
awful. My heart will be coming out of my chest because
PTSD.
I said the story last night. I was 10 years old. I was lying down in the front room on my belly in front of the fireplace, watching the TV like this. And I think it was Damo last night who said, he gave me the commentary. And
can you picture Gags lying on his front? Cute little Gags, 10-year-old watching that. Can we all get in the mode? Can we get all like picture this scene? Sorry, Gags, go ahead. Yeah. Can we all picture it, please? This is cute.
Stop, Damo. See, Damo did this yesterday, right? And I got proper emotional as well because he said, Michael Torres running through the midfield. It's up for grabs. Oh, that was it, man. It's like I said to Damo yesterday when he was on the stream. It's etched in my brain. The commentary is etched in my brain. It can't come out. This season has to be laying the ghost. It has to lay this to rest, man. It needs to be an exorcism this year. It has to be exercised out of my body. 89 has to be we have to have a revenge for it.
Oh, if we will ever exercise the demons of that night and that situation, that last second goal, but it will go a long way. It will go a long way of us forgetting that in terms
Hmm.
of and ever bringing it up in the near future. Like, obviously, that happened. What year was it? 80,
89.
90, 89. So we're talking,
It
yeah,
was Hillsborough year, bro.
what a
Because the whole
what
story I told last night was that they hadn't played. The whole reason why that game was so late was because we hadn't played for weeks
what a
because they were going to all the funerals,
traumatic
right?
year.
The players were going to funerals and they had to recover themselves mentally from it. And thank God that the league was actually quite caring at the time to give mental health leave to pause football for Liverpool, because you wouldn't see probably that normally happen in that day and age. But yeah, it happened, and then obviously that happened, and then for them to come back and win the FA Cup final after that as a team was, again, balls of steel from
Huge,
Liverpool.
huge.
From them. This is a
SR's
thing that
right. We need
needs
to.
to
We
go
need to.
through.
SR's absolutely right. We need to wrap up the league before then. We can't have that happening. I've said it numerous times on a couple of platforms that I talk rubbish on. That we need to have won the league before the last 5 games, Cags. We
Hmm.
have to have won the league. Our last 4 or 5 are absolutely horrific, and the nerves won't be able to take it. The nerves won't be able to take it.
I
I,
don't
I
think
can't.
we're.
At my
I don't.
age and my health, I can't take it. I'm sorry.
I don't think we're going to be
Home
ahead.
and dry.
No, I don't think we're going to be home and dry by 5 to go now. I just don't. Suj is sending us more super chats, so we have to come through. Thank you, Suj. As a football fan, I want to see VVD Salah retire from the club and the league. Whether it's 3, 5, or 10 years, is there news on the contracts? There's none, bro. There is no news at all.
Now we don't know
Unfortunately.
if no news is good news or no news is bad news, because
Well,
normally you can say no news is good news, but no.
the way Mo's playing, it just surprises me because I thought he would have dropped off, if he wasn't happy or whatever. He's either the most consummate professional ever that's ever lived
No,
in
we know he is
football.
though. He is though.
Well,
He literally is
you know,
he literally is. I think they all are. I think Trent was great yesterday,
yeah, so
considering he
good.
hasn't played for a while. You know what? We really missed Trent's passing yesterday, Gags.
Mm. That was what I said. As soon as he came on, did you see that one move where Salah flicks it to him and he passes it first time to
We
Darwin?
really missed his passing yesterday,
Oh,
Gags.
it's sexy football, when they play together. I think the thing is, we just have to. I think he'll play the next game, but then I think Bradley will play Villa, and then Trent will play City. So they'll rotate one game each now.
Well, this is
But
it. Now I guess we have to move on for
yeah,
the final segmentish and
yeah,
move on. We have to move on.
we
Merseyside
do.
derby. We
Done.
take a point. We came out of it. It would have been a smash and grab, but I totally agree with you. I don't think we deserve to win, and that's fine. We can accept that. We were poor. We must get a win on the board against Wolves. We must.
Must
There's
do.
no ifs, buts, or anything.
Yeah.
Confident?
Well, yes, Wolves, absolutely, absolutely. Home game, they're going to be up for it. One thing that slot does do is react from a bad result and a bad performance. The team does, has so far under him, reacted. So I'm expecting a big one. What I'm more worried about is the two after, the 2 away games in a row, man. That's just, yeah. I was thinking that it was actually a positive thing before. Now I'm not so sure. But should I turn this a little bit more positive for you? That Arsenal have to be near perfect, right, towards the end of the season. And all Liverpool need to do is be the same. 2.38 points per game. They just need to keep going at this current rate that they're on. And if they do that, they're going to win the league. Now, if
So
Arsenal have to be perfect to get anywhere close to it, do you think Arsenal will be perfect? That's the question.
with the current state of their strike force, no. But I hate giving them a flicker of a light. So when they're looking down the tunnel and it's really dark, we keep flashing a little what do you call it, lighter, cigarette lighter. We just keep flickering it, and they think, oh, there's light. I want it to be total darkness in the tunnel. Opaji's in the chat. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Grizz, no point twirling Tash as they won't ever blend into the hat. You've definitely blended Sardara Grill with a Canadian mountain hiker here. Yeah. I think, and Harinder, you put me on the spot, and you brought it up and highlighted it, and I think you've done a great job because I actually wear this hat when my beard is extra grey, for the very reason that you've pointed out, that it kind of blends in with the greyness and whiteness. This is known as the war hat because yesterday was war. I can't say we lost the war.
We didn't win it though.
We didn't, but we didn't win it either. So this hat will remain until the end of the season or once the league title is won. But I may dye the beard and Tash, but thank you very much for pointing it out as usual.
I don't know about this. Somebody enlighten me on Villa's defensive injuries.
I'll enlighten you. So we know Mings is out and Torres is out.
But Mings is shit.
Okay, but he's out. He's shitting out. All right. Okay. So he's shitting out.
He shitted out.
He shitted out. Konza is very good, but he came off.
Konza. Yeah, I thought you said Kwanzaa. Then I was like, what?
So Konza came off against who did they play last game? Whoever they played. And Torres is very good, and apparently he's out.
Oh, right. So
that leaves them with Kamara, who actually had to fill in at the back, apparently. But we don't know what the situation will be by the time in Liverpool play. Because Liverpool, we play them in 10 days, right? There's plenty of time yet.
Yeah. So just calling it end of Feb, title race is done. Wow.
Oh, Surge, come on. No chance. Absolutely no chance. What you on about? No. Come on. I think you're the pessimistic side of the Arsenal fan base.
Like all the rest of them are like, we're going to win every game now, you know?
No, there is fractions, as there always is in every fan base. But I think we play them in a week. Oh, 6 days. I beg your pardon. I thought it was 10 days. Thank you, JT.
No. So it's Wolves, Villa, City, Newcastle. 4 games in 2 weeks. Like next 2 weeks is 4 games.
So we play Villa in midweek, right? And our opponents play Madrid away in midweek before we play them City.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's focus on ourselves. I think Villa will be very tricky under the lights. I wish it was a Saturday afternoon.
Even with the defensive issues?
Well, we don't know if Konza's going to be back. Yeah, I don't want to go back about this, man. Thank you, Damo. And yeah, we saw that and we read that. It is what it is, man. It was unbelievable refereeing performance. It was an unbelievable refereeing
every minute of foul. Yeah.
So Bob says City Sunday, Newcastle Wednesday.
Yeah. No. So it's Wolves, Villa, City, Newcastle, back to back. So it's both Sundays and Wednesdays. Yeah, everything.
Taking that into consideration, then, what are you doing on the weekend? Sunday, isn't it? We play. What are you doing on Sunday in terms of selection? That knowing then we have Villa away, which is obviously the far tougher fixture 3 days later. What are you doing?
Rotation, yeah. I think because obviously Jones is playing Wednesday now because Jones is out for Sunday. So Jones is definitely playing next week, Wednesday, away, which suits us. I think it's better to play. I think Curtis Jones should play all away games just because he keeps the ball and we're lacking keeping the ball. I know we moan a lot about Curtis not letting go of the ball. I think we actually want him not to let go of the ball.
You let go of the ball away from home.
Yes.
Good point. Good point.
You know, honestly, he's hard to get the ball off. He dribbles well. He's very, very, what's the word? Wiry. He's wiry, so it's hard to get off the ball. So he's got a really, you know, he kind of like bends around and stuff and just gets the ball and kind of runs away with it. We need him to do that. Jones is only missing 1. Slot's missing 2. So Slot's missing Wolves and Villa.
No. No update on the Slot situation.
Oh, there is. It's 2 games. I thought it came out.
No, it was retracted.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so they haven't decided what the final outcome will be.
They're going to make
Of
it 3, aren't they? So he misses.
so
So he
Slot
misses Sane.
at the moment, Slot will be in the dugout for Wolves.
Unless they announce it tomorrow.
Well, yeah, there is that. I don't know what you want to do with rotation. I know you're saying okay, so same midfield. Then I'm assuming if Curtis Jones is out, okay,
Yes, it'll be the same midfield for sure.
Trent comes back in,
Yes, Bradley rested. Yeah,
Konate
but
rested
probably
because then you're playing him for sure the
Villa.
next the next three.
Yeah. Next 3 then, for sure. I think so.
So you're making wholesale changes in the back line.
Not wholesale. Yeah, it is actually.
Robertson, Simicas, are you playing
Tsimikas
Robertson
is playing.
throughout?
Tsimikas is playing. I'm
Wow.
sorry, Robbo is shit, man. I'm done with him running out of position. Everton are so crap. They even knew just to do 1-2s against Robbo, and Robbo was gone. He follows the man too much now. It's done.
So you're bringing in Trent, Kwanzaa, Robertson.
No, I think Eber will play. I think Eber will probably play like 60 minutes. They'll start managing his minutes. I think that's what they'll do. Eber can play like 140 minutes a week, something like that. So they'll try and play him 60, 80.
Really?
60, 80.
The
Yeah.
Premier
That's how
League
they'll have to
game.
manage him.
Imagine it's close. Imagine we're only winning 1-0, or God forbid it's 0-0.
So what? I think he has to manage the players' minutes. Just getting 60 minutes under his belt and it's 1-0, it's fine. At least you're still winning. If you don't win from that point, you don't deserve to win the title, bro.
Gags, I don't know what to do on Sunday. I don't know what kind of selection we do. I would have thought in my head we can't take any risks. Any slip up right now is fatal.
Maybe he just swaps the fullbacks.
I
right?
think Trent comes in.
And Tsimikas has to come in, man. Please.
Okay, so let's say Ibu
Unless
plays.
Robbo at home, play Tsimikas the 2 away games next week.
Can you see that? No, I think Simicas plays. I agree with you. I think Simicas and Trent come in. Okay. What are you doing in midfield? No options.
No options.
Definitely not.
Unless Elliot starts, but I don't want that either. Elliot as the 10. I think we need Szoboszlai, man.
So you're playing Szoboszlai. So are you doing another 60 minutes for Szoboszlai type scenario? Hopefully we're winning, and then you can bring on Elliot.
Yeah.
Right. Comes to the question up front. We have
Darwin's probably Jota's probably got to start now. You know. What's happened with Gakpo? Do we know?
No update.
So we'll find out.
Are you talking about the limping off?
Yeah. We'll find out tomorrow, right? If he's fit or not. So we'll find out tomorrow about Gakpo. So it depends on whether he's fit or not.
Gakpo due a rest? Is Diaz due a rest? One of them is due a rest. Which one?
It'd be funny if he starts Mo, Darwin, and Jota.
I don't like that. I hate Jota on the left.
No, I'd play Jota up front. You got to play Darwin left.
I hate Darwin on the left as well.
It doesn't matter. You got to rest players again. It's not getting injured, man.
It's got to be Diaz or Gakpo. One of them has a rest.
Well, if Gakpo's injured, then what?
I don't think he's out injured. I think it was just a painful one. I'm hoping. There's no news.
It wouldn't take him off if it wasn't something, to be honest. Because Diaz was the one that was supposed to come off yesterday for sure. Can Chiesa play left? Absolutely can.
Chiesa won't start. No chance.
No. Against
Salah? I think it's Salah.
Salah, Jota, Chiesa, would you do it?
No. Can't risk it, man.
What?
We can't risk it, Gags. We're going for the title here, and you want to bring in Chiesa out of the total blue and play him against Wolves. Now, Wolves, I know their position is their position, but Wolves can be tricky.
Chiesa with the first team will be a completely different animal compared to what he's been playing with.
Agreed.
With the midfield playing the ball to him properly, he's going to be lethal.
I agree with that.
I do think he will. The problem is he looked really weak against Plymouth. That was one thing. He looked like he was getting pushed off the ball so easy. That was my problem.
JT agrees with you. He goes, if there's a game to risk here, it's Wolves.
It is Wolves. It's at home as well. He's going to get so much support. Any good thing he does, he's going to get pushed by the fans.
So you're saying this is the chance to rest both Diaz and Gakpo before they play the next three?
I don't know, bro. I need to know what's going on with Gakpo first, because if he's fit, he plays no matter what. He came off when? How long was it? 75 minutes, 70 minutes?
I think so too. If he's
so he can
fit,
have another 70.
So if he's fit, okay, let's hope and pray that he's fit. If he's fit, I think we're both going Salah, Gakpo, Jota or Nunes.
Jota will score against Wolves, ex team as well.
I'm with you. I think you've convinced me. I think it's Jota time.
It is. Darwin's not doing anything, bro. I know he got those 2 goals as a sub. That's where he's gonna do. It's gonna be a super sub for us. That's gonna be the best thing he can do, unfortunately.
I think pretty much us sitting here more than 72 hours before the game, and how awkward and nervous we are about picking this team. Like, imagine how position slots in, he finds himself.
I don't think Stock gets nervous. I really don't.
I think he got nervous yesterday, bro.
No, I think he was frustrated yesterday. That's different. I think he was really angry yesterday and frustrated because, just like me and you with the referee, that's what he was feeling. He was feeling like this was an absolute disgrace of a refereeing performance.
It was. Right? I hope a lot more comes out of it from...
To be honest, what a lot of people will say is because of the refereeing performance, that's why Liverpool played bad, because every time Everton had the ball, they literally got a foul, one every minute that they had the ball.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It's
insane. So wouldn't you be frustrated as a manager watching on the line?
I want to find out, what was that comment? I want to try to find it, read it
again.
Damo. Here we are, Damo. Right, Liverpool had 63% possession but conceded 20 fouls. Given the ball was in play for 54 minutes, it means Liverpool conceded a foul every 59.7 seconds. Everton had possession. Wow.
There's something wrong with that.
We know it was a shocking performance by the referee. We know what was wrong with it. It was disgusting. But look, we need to get the show back on the road ASAP. We haven't got time to dwell on this now. No. That's the good thing. All right. Yeah. Wolves at home, Villa away, and then we'll address the next 2 next week. I guess Villa away, you're from them sides, innit? Hope you haven't got any soft spot for any teams in that
I
area.
hate both of them.
Good.
I absolutely despise. I hate the Wolves fans.
I'm actually going to the Wolves game. The Villa game.
Away. Yeah, the Wolves fans, man, they're so annoying. There's that time when they were really good, or started to get good again, and they were like, there's this fan at the gym who was just doing my head in, like, yeah, we're gonna beat you, man. And then when they got thrashed, they were just like, they went and hid in the sauna.
Well, I hope you find him under the sauna when we get 3 points. Okay, maybe not like how I put it, but you know what I mean. Hope you find him in and around the sauna.
Oh, man, I don't go to that gym at the moment. I need to sign up once they get the pool.
You need to find him.
When they get the pool back up and running, I'm going to go because I like swimming, so I'm waiting for and I've had a bad back the last 2-3 months.
We can't promote that gym now because they haven't suited your needs, so we're not going to promote them and give them a shout out. But I guess that's it then. I guess Everton, Merseyside derby out of the way. The games come thick and fast. The tension rises. The pressure mounts. But we are the envy of every other team in England right now. We are on top of the tree, 7 points clear, 14 games to go with a very actually healthy squad. You was going to put a question to me.
Would you have taken 14 games to go, 7 points ahead at the start of the season?
I would have not even dreamt about this scenario. I would have thought Man City above us and Arsenal above us, and then I would have thought we're in and around.
Wait up. We're 15 points. What's the points ahead of City? 12, 13 points ahead of City? So it's like, that's nuts.
It's Arsenal or us.
Yeah.
Even for I think, what's the third,
Forest
guys?
10 now. I think Forest are 10 behind us.
Is it 10 points, guys? Let us know. Is it
No, I'm
Forest?
gonna check it now, dude. Take me 2 secs. There we go. Leagues, Premier League, Forest are exactly 10 points. Yeah.
Same games played.
Yeah. City 16 points. Same games played. Chelsea 14 points. Same games played. Arsenal 7 points.
It's
All.
Arsenal, and it should have been 9 points yesterday. It should
And
have been 9
listen,
points.
if we win the next two,
It's
we will be
huge.
10 points clear. Because they'll have a game in hand over us, so the pressure's on them every game week.
And that game will be Nottingham Forest away.
No, it won't. Because we're playing Newcastle as well that day, same day.
No, but the next game, when we go 10 points clear, will be Forest away.
Oh, I think they're playing West Ham at home. So let me tell you how this works.
Oh, Leicester away.
They got Leicester away, and then
West
they
Ham
don't
at
play a
home.
game for a week. West Ham, then they got Forest. So
And they
we've got 4, they've got 3. So they'll have a game in hand over us. As long as we can match or beat their points in 3 games. The 4th one is kind of the freebie again. We need to win it. So we need to win that one. So it's 10 points clear. And they have the game in hand. But the game in hand is the one, it's like we were doing, like this one, the 7-pointer. It only matters when the game's done. People are like, yeah, we're 9 points clear. I was like, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
Because until you win it, it's not, you can't count them. So Arsenal can say whatever they want until they win the game in hand. They will be 10 points behind no matter what. So we have to get to that position. We have to. So,
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed it. Brett says, makes me more happy with the draw yesterday, thinking like that. Hope we've cheered you up. Hope we've given you a positive spin on things, and not unnecessarily positive, realistic positive. Like, we haven't blown it out of proportion in terms of, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We've given you pros, we've given you cons, we've given you the possible negative side effects and the positive and the possible positive side effects. And I think we all agree that 7 points clear with 14 games to go is a fantastic position to be in. Gags, my dinner awaits me.
Have a great dinner, buddy, and much love to you. And have a wonderful weekend. Let's hope we bring 3 points back. By the time we speak again, we would have played the Villa game. So it'll be interesting to see where we are. And obviously next week is my last one for a couple of weeks, because the week after I'm away, and it'll be Chat G&G, but it will be Gibbs and Grizz that 1 week. So next week I'll be back, but then the week after it's Gibbs and Grizz, and I'll be back the week after. So
let's all, Liverpool Football Club and subscribers to Anfield Index, listeners, subscribers, hope you guys have liked, hope you guys have subscribed, hope you guys have enjoyed our Chat G&G therapy session, I guess. Bit of a therapy session needed today. Let's all give Gags a very warm send-off in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully he can relax on his holiday. Because otherwise,
holiday. I'm going to work. I'm hosting an event for a whole week.
It's a holiday, Gags.
I'm the MC. I'm the blooming mic. I'm not joking. I swear.
Stop it, Gags.
My company's got a week.
All right, okay. Gags is going to be working ferociously hard. So let's not make it worse, and let's get those 2 wins or 3 wins possibly before he goes away, people.
You won't believe it. I'm going to miss the Newcastle game because I'm hosting the event in the evening as well.
Keep your WhatsApp on. Have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
All you need is Grizz on the WhatsApp. I'll keep you up to date. All right. If I say
it, man.
Yeah. All right. But listen, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Hope you've liked, hope you've subscribed. It's very, very important. It's very small to you, but it's massive for us. So just like and just subscribe. Just share as much as you can to other people. Let them know the great work Anfield Index is doing, all things Liverpool. Go and check out the community. Look at all those platforms that we're on. Check it out. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Go and check them out. Spotify. Go and check out the audio side and the YouTube side. And until next week, it's good night.
Good night.